Have you ever wondered why we tend to dwell on the past or worry about the future while the present moment slips away unnoticed? One of the pivotal concepts that Eckhart Tolle brings to light in his transformative book, The Power of Now, is the potency and peace found in the present moment. It's a simple idea, yet it holds a profound truth. Tolle invites us to consider that the past and the future are constructs of our mind, and that the only real tangible experience is the present moment. Tolle asserts that our minds are often cluttered with thoughts of past regrets and future anxieties. We ruminate over yesterday's mistakes and fret about tomorrow's uncertainties. But in doing so, we overlook the now, the present moment, which is the only time that truly exists. The past is a memory, the future is a projection, and the present is our reality. By focusing our attention on the present moment, we anchor ourselves in reality and free our minds from the burdens of the past and the anxieties of the future. We become fully engaged with our current experiences, whether we're savoring a cup of coffee, feeling the warmth of the sun on our skin, or simply breathing. This state of being present, Tolle suggests, is a gateway to a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. This isn't about ignoring the past or abandoning plans for the future. It's about acknowledging that the past and future exist only as thoughts in our minds. When we place our attention on the present moment, we're not getting lost in what was or what might be. We're engaging with what is. So, how do we tap into this power of the present moment? It begins with awareness. It begins with recognizing when our thoughts drift to the past or future and gently bringing our attention back to the now. It's a practice, not a destination. And with time, we can cultivate a stronger presence in the now, leading to greater peace, fulfillment, and joy in our lives. The key to a happier, more fulfilled life lies in the now, the present moment, which is all we truly have. How often do we let our ego control our thoughts, actions, and interactions? A question that invites introspection. In Eckhart Tolle's The Power of Now, overcoming the ego is a central theme. Let's delve into this a bit more. The ego, as Tolle presents it, is a self-constructed identity that is rooted in the past and future, often disregarding the present moment. It's a character we've created for ourselves, a mixture of our experiences, ambitions, fears, and desires. It's the voice in our heads that insists on being heard, often causing us to act out of alignment with our true selves. This ego-driven existence is the source of much of our discomfort and unhappiness. Our ego constantly compares, judges, and strives for more, never content, never at peace. It thrives on conflict and separation, creating a false sense of self that distances us from others and from our own inner peace. But how do we overcome this? Tolle suggests that the first step is to recognize our ego for what it is, not as an integral part of our identity, but as a construct of our mind. By observing our thoughts and emotions, we can start to see the patterns of our ego and how it influences our behavior. The next step is disidentification. This doesn't mean destroying or suppressing our ego, but rather detaching from it. We acknowledge its existence, but we don't let it control us. We learn to respond rather than react, to act from a place of presence rather than past patterns or future anxieties. And this is where the power of the present moment comes in. By living in the now, we are not feeding our ego with past regrets or future worries. We are fully present, fully engaged, fully alive. Our ego loses its grip, and we begin to experience life in a more authentic and fulfilling way. By acknowledging and detaching from our ego, we can experience life more fully and authentically. This is not an easy journey, but it is a rewarding one. It's a journey towards freedom, peace, and genuine connection with ourselves and others. Have you ever felt consumed by negative emotions, almost as if they had a life of their own? This is where Eckhart Tolle introduces us to the concept of the pain body. The pain body, as he describes it, is a sort of energy field, created and sustained by the residual energy of past emotional pain. It's an accumulation of all the hurt, sorrow, and trauma we've experienced in our lives, yet haven't fully processed or released. One might think of the pain body as an invisible backpack we carry around, filled with every emotional wound we've ever received. It's heavy and it's burdensome, and yet we've become so accustomed to its weight, we might not even realize we're carrying it. The pain body thrives on negativity and seeks to perpetuate itself by creating situations in our lives that mirror the old emotional wounds it's made up of. It's like a parasite, feeding on our negative emotions, growing stronger with each unresolved issue we add to the pile. But here's the silver lining. By becoming aware of our pain body, we can start to disidentify with it. This means recognizing that we are not our pain, we are not our past traumas, and we are not the negative emotions that our pain body tries to feed us. Disidentification is a powerful tool. It allows us to observe our emotions without getting swept away by them. It creates a space, a gap, between the observer, that's us, and the observed, our emotions. In that space, we find freedom. Freedom from the control of our pain body. Freedom from the cycle of negativity it perpetuates. The pain body can only control us if we let it, if we identify with it, if we believe we are our pain. But when we step back, when we observe our emotions without judgment, without resistance, we can start to see our pain body for what it truly is, not us, but a separate entity, an accumulation of past hurts that we no longer need to carry. Understanding our pain body is the first step towards healing and experiencing true peace. How often do we resist what is, wishing things were different, causing ourselves unnecessary suffering? This is a question that Eckhart Tolle, in his book The Power of Now, implores us to consider deeply. The power of acceptance, as Tolle articulates, is a potent force that can bring about a profound transformation in our lives. But what does acceptance truly mean? It is not a passive resignation or a grudging tolerance of the status quo. Instead, acceptance is an active and conscious choice to acknowledge the present moment, as it is, without judgment or resistance. Picture this. You are stuck in traffic, you're late, you're frustrated, and your mind is spinning with thoughts of what could have been done to avoid this situation. This is the resistance Tolle speaks of. It's the denial of the present, the wish for a different now, and it's a source of unnecessary suffering. But what if instead you chose to accept the situation? You recognize the traffic, the delay, the frustration, but you don't resist it. You don't let it consume your thoughts and emotions. You just let it be. This is acceptance. This is the power of now. Acceptance also extends to accepting ourselves, our thoughts, our feelings. We often judge ourselves too harshly. We resist our feelings, we deny our thoughts, creating inner turmoil. The path to inner peace, as Tolle emphasizes, is to accept ourselves as we are, to befriend our thoughts and feelings, to let them be, without judgment or resistance. This acceptance, this surrender to the present moment, can lead to a profound transformation. It can free us from the chains of our past and the anxiety of our future. It can open the door to a state of peace and serenity. But remember, acceptance is not a destination, it's a journey. It's a practice that we cultivate every moment of every day. It's the conscious choice to live in the now, to embrace the present, to accept what is. True freedom comes from acceptance of the now, leading to a state of peace and serenity. So what is the essence of the power of now? Well, it's about understanding and embracing four key concepts. First, the power of the present moment. This is where life happens, not in the past or future. It's about being fully alive and present here and now. Second, overcoming the ego. This means letting go of the constant chatter in our minds, the incessant need for more, and the fear of not having enough. Third, understanding the pain body. It's about recognizing and releasing past hurts and traumas that are stored in our bodies, causing us pain and suffering. Finally, the power of acceptance. This is about accepting what is, not resisting reality, and letting go of the need to control everything. These concepts, when practiced and embraced, can lead us to a happier, more fulfilled life. Remember, the key to a happier, more fulfilled life lies in the now, the present moment, which is all we truly have. Embrace it.